Hey everyone, it's Kneecap here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to get the Cosmetic belt Waste of Time. There's a one-of-a-kind item and very cool transmog. To complete this, you must first have completed the secret pet Baa'l secret line. I will provide a link to my video on that in the description in case you haven't completed that part yet. This will take a lot of time, a lot of traveling, and a lot of hearthstoning, but if you like secrets and exploration, then it's all worth it. And of course, cool transmog. First, go to the auction house or get a tailoring character and buy/create a wind wool hood, death silk shoulders, nether weave tunic, frost woven leggings, and keep these in your bags. You'll need them later. Now go to an inscription supply seller vendor and buy a rough wooden staff. It's a great item, and you're going to keep this in your bags for later. If you're in Stormwind, you can go there, Ironforge, go to the inscription supplies, Orgrimmar, Thunderbluff, all the same. Just buy it from an inscription supplies vendor. Now let's get started. Gather your garrison Hearthstone, your dollar on Hearthstone to make traveling easier. First, we'll go to Draenor. Use garrison Hearthstone or portal to Draenor. We'll be heading to Spires of Iraq. The coordinates are 35, 32, and we'll be clicking on a lit orb. Here's a part of the map there for you. For those of you who don't have coordinates, and most of those I'll do a little bit better job of showing you on the map as well. So there will be one enemy nearby that you may or may not have to kill. And you'll see a lit orb that is interactable, and you'll click on that. The next step is simple for Alliance, for we'll be heading to Stormwind. Exact coordinate is 1756. This is located overlooking Stormwind at the end of the Everbloom instance. Is a small red seed. There's a little vantage point of where it's at. If you are Horde especially, you might not know exactly where this is at. And there's a red seed to the side of the portal. Scrolling over definitely helps. And you can find it. Go ahead and click on it. We'll now be heading back to Draenor. Hearthstone if ready, or portal back. Head to the Spires of Iraq again. At 5311, you'll find a tiny frog, and I mean tiny, in the water on a rock. So underwater here, and I'll show you exactly just how tiny this thing is. Hard to spot. There it is right there. Again, you can interact with it. And then I will show you on the map there a little bit better how most of these will be. In case you don't have coordinates, or just for a point of reference where you are in the map. And go ahead and click on the frog. And on to the next step. Next we need to go to Outland. So portal here from Stormwind or Orgrimmar. We're heading to the Blades Edge Mountains, and we're going to 3458. It's going to be a brittle bone next to one of the Apex's crystals. So sometimes people are nice and put like little signs next to them and stuff, like toys and stuff, so you can help find them. But it's a very small bone. Some of these are really small, hard to find. Some of them are really easy to find, frankly. There it is on the map. It's kind of next to Ogre Law and Outland. So while you're still in Outland, go to Negron. Capture Hala if you don't have it yet, and buy Proximus Rudius. It's a great item. Keep it in your bags. The vendor's located at 4343, regardless of whether Horde or Alliance control it. It's in the same spot. Again, Proximus Rudius, the great item, and keep this in your bags for later. Pretty cool Xmog here as well, that I thought was pretty neat. Now it's back to Draenor once again. Hearthstone should probably be up, and we're going back to Spires of Iraq. We're going to 6841, a small candle. I believe this is in Sethic Hollow. And you can see a bunch of larger candles, and there's a small one right in front of one of those at those coordinates, and I'll show you on the map as well. So the small candle in front, it is in Sethic Hollow, just above the second K. Interact with that. Sticking to Draenor, we're going to head to Shadowmoon Valley to Exile's Rise, and at 4626 we'll find a small cup next to a campfire. Here's the campfire at Exile's Rise, And this cup is pretty easy to spot. Like I said, some of them are a lot easier to find than other ones. There it is on the map for non-coordinate users or point of reference. Click on it and we can go to the next clue. Back to Outland once again, to that Shadowman Valley in Outland. And on top of the tall mountain in the center at 5244, you'll find this small rock. This one is very hard to find, and it's kind of, next to all this fire and greenness. As you can see on the screen, it's very small. The point of reference on the map right here should possibly help you out a little bit if you can go to that exact spot. Again, maybe they'll have a toy or something up there as well to help you find it. This one's very hard to find. Click on that. Back to the Eastern Kingdoms now, and we're going to go to Swamp of Sorrows. At 5832, under a tree, there'll be a flower in bloom, or a flower on top of a lily pad. You can see it down here in the water. It is a little bit under the water there. There it is on the map for point of reference. We'll interact with that lily pad. I guess maybe it's on the water. Either or. Next, we're going to head north to Eastern Plaguelands at 2478, and we're going to go to the bottom of the crypt. There'll be a flower on top of a casket. So here's the crypt. There it is on the map. It's actually marked on the map, the crypt is. And we're going to be heading inside there. And at the bottom, when you get to the bottom, go to the right side, and then there's the casket with the flower on it. Again, this one's easy to spot as well. An interactable flower on top of a casket. Now we head south to Deadwind Pass at 4179. It's in a church lying towards the front in front of a bench. It's an easy to spot titled Old Book. So we'll head inside the church and head to the front. There it is, interactable. It's the brown book. Here it is on the map for point of reference. And we'll just be able to click on the book now. Interact. And there you go. While you're here, go inside to Old Kara to before the chess event and buy Enchant Ring Striking Formula from this vendor. Keep this in your bags. This is similar to Proximus Rudius that we bought in Nagrand. We're going to be buying a few items and keeping it in our bags instead of doing this at the end and having to do a little bit extra flying. Now we're going to Lower Blackrock Spire. Near the entrance. The chords can be different based on what add-on you use, so please try to follow along. It's in the room next to the portal. The coordinates for my add-on are 6939, and you'll see a dead fish near the fire. So here, follow along, especially if you don't even have a mount. You can go up that chain and then take the mountain up here. Now, if you were to go right, that would take you to Upper Blackrock Spire. Maybe you've run that before. But if you go straight up here, it'll take you to Lower Blackrock Spire portal. You're going to run in here. And down there, you can see the portal glowing. And it's a room right here, right to the right before it. There's another person there again. Sometimes there'll be toys. Sometimes you'll see other people doing it. And there's the dead fish right next to the fire. So, again, coordinates are different based upon what add-on you're using. Unfortunately. There it is on the map, though. Inside of, again, it's a separate map for Blackrock Mountain. And that's why the coordinates are actually different as well. Some are for the zone and some are for Blackrock Mountain. Still in the Eastern Kingdoms, we head to Duskwood. And at 5262, there'll be a board underneath a downed beam. You won't be able to see it from one side of the beam, really. So you have to make sure that you're on the correct side to really see it. There you go. On the other side, you'll see just a board on the ground, and it's interactable. There it is on the map for point of reference. Click on that. And we can head to the next clue. Back up north we go to Hillsbrad Foothills. And at 4526, inside the building there, near the entrance, you'll find a lost ring. It's this church-looking building, or townhouse, or town hall. And the ring actually looks exactly like a ring. Maybe like a class ring or something like that. And it's with those bones. So there it is. It's the yellow thing on the screen. This one was a little bit hard to find, but I marvel a little bit how much it looked like a ring, actually. Here it is on the map. It's a little bit above the R of Ruins of Alterac. We'll go ahead and click on that. And on to the next clue. Next, we're going to go to the Badlands and Fuse Light by the Sea. Inside the inn, you'll find a spoiled apple next to the cooked boar at 9038. Here it is on the map. I scrolled into the wrong area there. Eastern side, Fuse Light by the Sea. There's an inn there. It looks like a normal goblin inn. You click on the apple next to the pig. Really easy to find one there. And next, we're going to go to the Blasted Lands and the Altar of Storms. At 3728, you find a broken tooth near one of the large skulls. This one's a little bit hard to find and spot, especially if you don't know what you're looking for. It almost looks more like a rock than a tooth, and it just is next to the teeth of another skull. So there you have it. It does kind of look like it's broken off, too. I mean, it makes sense, don't get me wrong. There it is on the map. It's kind of on the top left of the Altar of Storms. Try to give you a little bit of reference by looking out here as well. Click on that and we move to the next one. We now go to Burning Steps. At 2747, a worn helm will be on the head of its former owner, or I guess still current owner. And you'll see some skeletons here, and it's the older looking skeleton, the one that's a little bit more browned. It has some wear on it. And you just click on the helm that's on there. It's next to the pet trainer there. You can see a point of reference on the map. There we have that. For the next step, I use the Dalaran Hearthstone here to get to the Northrend Dalaran by taking a portal in the center and then the portal to Rimrest Temple. Take whatever way is quicker for you to get to Northrend Dalaran. At 4320, you'll find a leafy leaf that is clickable. It's behind this statue here, and then there's a couple benches, and it's next to like those planters there. So here it is on the map. It's kind of in the E of the Antonidas Memorial. You just got to find that leafy leaf and click on it. While in Northrend, we're going to go to Grizzly Hills to 3555 and buy a Punctured Pelt, another gray item, from the Aspen Grove Trader, and keep this in your bags as well. So there it is on the map. We'll buy our Punctured Pelt. As we near the end of this part, we head back to Outland to Shadow Labs area, the southern instance in the grouping of 4 in the bottom middle of the zone. At 4072, you find a Musty Cloth in a crate. So here I am. Here it is on the map. Right there. And we'll walk into this little tent here, and it's this blue cloth that's in the tent there. Click on that and we can head to the next clue. Back to the Eastern Kingdoms once more, to the Twilight Highlands and near the Grimbatol entrance. At 1758, you'll find a broken tablet near a fence. There's also a hammer right there if you can spot that. The point of reference will help here as well because there's some fences right near the entrance and that's not where you're at. So as you see, it's a little bit off to the side there. For the last clue, we make our presence known in Kalmador and Feralis. At 6168, a torch will be interactable. This torch is not lit. It was a little bit difficult for me to find at first, to be completely honest. Here it is on the map, in the ruins of Isildian, kind of on the right side there. And then I'll show you the torch and light it up for you by being interactable. Okay, so we'll click on that. And now we're ready to meet the creature who has the belt Waste of Time. So we're going to head to Arethi Highlands on the east coast and the Farmstead House at 8573. There will be a note on one of his tables that you can click on with a list of his friends. Here's the map. I'll show you again for some reason here. There it is on the map. So go inside the house. There's Grimmy. He's the skeleton man in question. It has no dialogue option for you at first. And you have to find the note. So scan around there. And there it is, next to the meat haunch to his left. So you can click on that. These are the clues to where the gear you bought or crafted at the start of this video. You're going to equip the Windwool hood, the Death Silk shoulders, the Netherweave tunic, and the Frostwoven leggings. So put on those 4 green items, equip them, bind them to you. So after you've clicked the note and put on the gear, you can now talk to Little Skeleton Grimmy. After talking to him, a new note will now be interactable on the table next to his bed. These are hints on who his enemies are and what items you should use, meaning having in bags while you do the emote. So there's the note underneath like a bomb or something. We now have 4 more places to travel to, unfortunately. So first we go to Twilight Highlands. At 2825, you will /slap Aquaninistraz. He is right here on the map I showed you. And you /slap. After each encounter, I recommend using the script that I'll put in the description of video to make sure it went through to avoid having to fly back. And this will be in the description. You can copy paste it into WoW, just into the chat. This should now say true with 3 falses after completing this first one. Next, head to Desolus and Calmador to Carnum Marshweaver at 5748 and /wave at Carnum. Run script again and you should have 2 trues and 2 falses. So there's Carnum. There it is on the map in Desolus. And /wave. Next we head to Northrend and Zoldrak to 4069 and we're going to /cheer at Nagra. And if you run the script, you should now have 3 trues and 1 false. I did not get a very good map thing here for you, but I did get one. It's just not my best one here. So here it is in Zoldrak. It's right below the L in Zoldrak at that encampment. The last emote and bit travel we have is in Mist of Pandaria at Kunlai Summit at 4490. Inside the building, one of the NPC's name is Stained Mug. You will /dance with him. Now running the script, you should have 4 trues. Here it is on the map. A Shadow Pan fallback in that building. Now we'll go back to Grimmy's house and you'll have a new dialogue for you. A new note appears by the fireplace that you'll click on. This part of the secret was found out by Morse code by a flickering torch. That takes some great commitment by the secret finding community. Go to the fields outside his house and find the potato. The potato is going to be at 8869, and you're going to click this until you have exactly 144 stacks of the buff that it'll give you. I clicked very fast until I got to about 120, and just to make sure I did not go over the 144 that you need. So here's the fields outside of his house. There might be other people there clicking it, or there might be something, but if not, you just have to find the potato, scroll over it. There's the potato. Here I am clicking on it, just spam clicking it for a while. Head back to the house with the buff and talk to him once more. He will tell you there is something behind the house for you. Go outside and behind it and on top of the house, and there's a chest. You can loot your waste of time. There it is. So as you can see, I have a 2-minute buff on me. We're going to head out behind the house. And up the little hill here. You can obviously just fly up if you like. And we're going to talk. Or not talk, we're just going to click the chest and get our waste of time. There you have it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I'll try to help you out the best I can. I tried to be detailed, but maybe I missed something for you. Please subscribe if this helped you. Subscribe. Like, comment, share, all those kind of things that help me out a lot. And other than that, everybody have a good one. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and please subscribe below. You can catch my gaming thoughts and activities on Twitter at RealKneecap, and you can also find me playing live on Twitch at KneecapKilla. Hopefully I'll see you soon, and of course, everybody have a good one.